And look what I've discovered. I had no idea they were forming the last time I filmed, but I can see the curds now. It's been a few weeks since I installed the water butt, but I am just so thrilled. Look at this. So I've got a few onions left from this year's harvest, which I am saving. I'm back out in the garden. It's pretty cold and winter is definitely here. So as you've seen over the last few weeks, I've done quite a lot of preparation to get the garden ready for winter. So there's not really much to do out here, but I thought I'd do a December tour to end the year, show you how the overwintering crops are doing. But I've been out here a while, so I'm a little bit cold. I've been scrubbing the hedgehog feeding station. Now, if you do feed the wildlife, you need to keep everything scrupulously clean. It's not so bad in the summer because everything dries up, but when everything is wet all the time, food goes mouldy if you don't clean it out. You get a lot of algae build up and obviously bacteria and other pathogens. So I disinfect everything every week, but I've just given it a really good scrubbing. But what I have noticed is I need to get a new box because it's made of plastic, and I think over time with hot weather and now very cold weather, the plastic has gone brittle, and as I took the lid off, the side broke. So so that's another job that I didn't expect to do, but I will do now. So I'm just having my coffee as always. So I'm going to have this before this gets cold, and then I'll show you the garden. Okay, so these are all my white onions. I've got Sencha Yellow and Autumn Champion. Now, I sowed them as sets on the 17th of October, so that's about 7 weeks worth of growth. So some of them are about 4 or 5 inches tall now. So they've all put down a good amount of roots and they seem perfectly happy here. I don't want to disturb them. I should keep an eye on them. If we have really hard frost, I might put another layer over the top just to give them added protection, but they are winter hardy, so they should be fine. And then in this bed I've got the red onions and the garlic, so I can't remember which end is which. I think this is Topodrome and that's Germador. I'll double check, but again they were planted out on the 17th of October, so again this is 7 weeks growth, and they're all looking really healthy. The net is holding up, so yeah, I just have to keep an eye on them if we get really plummeting temperatures, but touch wood, so far everything's doing really well. So the broad beans are looking particularly healthy. They're protected under that netting and they've put on some good growth. Now looking back, they were sown on the 31st of October, so this is 5 weeks growth. They take about 16 days to germinate. So yeah, I'm really pleased about them. I did notice one looks like it's got a little bit of frost damage, but that will survive and that will be fine. Now the leeks are doing really well. They've been in the longest, so I put those in, I think it was around about the 22nd of September, so you're looking at 10 weeks growth here. Now these were starters. I'd actually forgotten to sow some in early summer, and when I realised it was too late, so I did buy some starters. These are Jolent, but they're happy enough there. And they take, I would say, about 20 to 24 weeks to mature, so I'll be expecting to pick the first ones probably middle to the end of February, but they can stay in for longer. So what I'm most excited about is my cauliflowers. They have got to be my absolute favourite vegetable. Now these were sown round about, I think it was the 14th of July, and then they were planted out on the 29th of August. Now you're looking at, I'm just trying to work out in my head, it's about 14 weeks worth of growth, and Look what I've discovered. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Look at that. That is fantastic. I'm so thrilled. Now, it's been a few weeks since I installed the water butt, but I am just so thrilled. Look at this. It's full to the top. So I absolutely need a second water butt, but the water's right up to here now. So when I get my second one, I'm going to have to empty it a little bit. And then there's an indentation this side which I can drill from the inside to put a connector to join two water butts together. But I am thrilled with that. There doesn't seem to be any problems here. This is all holding up nicely. So I'm very, very happy with that. So these are my potatoes that are drying. This one there I've noticed has got a lot of scab, which is a bit of a shame, but you can peel that. So they need cleaning up, bagging up and keeping in the dark for Christmas. So I've got a few onions left from this year's harvest which I am saving, together with some garlic, and with sage from the garden I can make my own stuffing balls for Christmas. So I'm really pleased about that. So these are my carrots. The top growth looks a bit rough now, but I think the amount of rain we've had has sort of made the soil settle quite a bit, so you can see the tops of the carrots, but I think most of them will be okay left there. Let's have a look at these. There's some in there. I'll be able to pick some of them for Christmas dinner. For my family, Christmas dinner just wouldn't be complete without a side dish of cauliflower cheese, and it is an absolute winner. It's very simple to make. So I'm starting by making a very basic roux sauce by melting my butter and adding plain flour and mustard powder, and slowly adding the milk to make a smooth sauce. I then add my cheese, which once it's melted I can then pour over the cauliflower, which is partially cooked, and then cover it with more cheese. That goes in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes until golden brown. Does anybody know what variety of strawberry this is? So there you have it. The last 12 months have absolutely flown by. I can't believe that we're already in the first week of December, but it has been a challenging, if not interesting, year for growing. There's been a lot of difficulties due to the weather, so hopefully next year will be better. But I managed to get some harvests, and I think many of you did as well, although not as great as previous years, but we still managed to get something. Nature finds a way. And what I'm more pleased about is that I've actually got some vegetables from the garden that can actually be used in my Christmas dinner, so that in itself is an achievement, and I'm really chuffed about that. My cauliflowers in particular, I mean, it's only going to be weeks away now that I'm going to be able to pick the first ones, because the curds are forming, and now they've started to form, they're going to plump up very, very quickly. So all the overwintering crops are bedded down, they're doing okay. I just need to nurture them now and keep an eye on them in case we have plummeting temperatures, as I've already said. But the garden's looking okay. So I want to take this opportunity really just to wish every one of you a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and to thank you all for supporting my channel. I'm really proud of my little channel. It is growing, and I feel like I've made lots and lots of friends, and your contribution has really, really helped the channel to grow. So you've been subscribers, you're commenting, you're liking, all the interaction, that really, really helps the channel to grow. And if you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, please do hit the bell icon and you'll get future notifications. And if you leave me a comment, I will come back to you first opportunity I get. It's not always immediately, but I will get back to you, I promise. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, makes it all worthwhile. So I'm proud of my little channel, and I'm proud of my little garden. So here's to each and every one of you, and I'll see you all in the next one. I'm Annie, and this is my kitchen garden.